Alright, fellas, it's Rumble weekend, and I'm excited for this because this is my second favorite pay-per-view of the year, possibly my favorite.
Yeah.
Aside from WrestleMania is always great, but the Rumble is a special thing, and we got the entire podcast dedicated to the Rumble, kind of like last one.
Yeah.
So the first topic is going to be, what's it going to be?
The first topic is going to be, what would you have guessed? Royal Rumble predictions.
So we're going to predict the entire match card, including the pre-show, not NXT. By the way, it's NXT TakeOver Philadelphia.
Yes, that makes sense because they're in Philadelphia.
And Philadelphia is playing in the Super Bowl next week against the New England Patriots.
I'm pretty sure that's a coincidence.
It probably is. Who knows? Also, CM Punk, fun fact, is from Chicago.
Yes.
Not related at all. Anyway, let's get into the predictions, shall we? Pre-show. So, the first thing is going to be probably the most interesting one already. Because it's Bobby Roode's open challenge for the United States Championship. And we remember a bunch of people who have done that before. With the U.S. Championship. So that's kind of a history title for that type of stuff to happen. Bless your heart, JJ. He just sneezed. That's why I said bless your heart. You know what I
totally coughed, but hey, whatever.
He coughed, whatever. Bless your heart. Bless your heart anyway. If you know what that means. So, Bobby Roode. First of all, who's winning? No, not first of all, who's winning. Who is he facing?
I wanted to say maybe it's like Adam Cole, but then again, he's having an Extreme Rules match the day before, so probably not.
No.
So I just went with the kind of obvious Dolph Ziggler.
You really put Dolph?
Yeah.
I'm expecting Dolph pretty late in the Rumble. And I'm expecting him to be around for like the last 5. Okay.
That's not necessarily mutually exclusive though.
I know, but I don't think it's happening. Because I would then, if we knew that Dolph was in the Rumble, which we don't, I would kind of give that away. There was 2 routes I could go with this, right? The first one would be the logical one, pick someone who would make sense, and the other one just write a name down that is kind of funny and you kind of want to see, and that's what I did because it doesn't matter. Because I'm counting it, Jack Swagger, because he's the real American, and we're fighting for the United States Championship.
I don't think he's even employed by WWE anymore.
Nope. Jack Swagger. I'm just picking him. Why not? And Bobby Roode is winning the match.
Bobby Roode is winning, yeah.
Doesn't matter who he's facing, he's winning. I mean, if he's facing no, he's winning. He's retaining the title. Let's
surprise Kenny Omega.
No, if surprise Kenny Omega on the pre-show, right? Pre-show match.
Yeah. Kenny
Omega on the pre-show. That tells you Vincent McMahon's respect for New Japan. No, if surprise Omega in the Rumble, which I hope for. I'm praying for that. But, yeah. Jack Swagger.
That's pretty much the reason why Roode's gonna win. It's in the pre-show.
So nothing great.
Then again, they have done it before with pre-show title changes, but...
No huge hype, no huge surprise is gonna happen. So, yeah, Roode's winning against anyone but Jack Swagger. I don't know. Next one, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. That's 2/3 of the Balor Club. Just not Balor. Versus The Revival, who haven't done anything ever in the main roster. I'm still picking The Revival.
I'm picking Gallows and Anderson.
Why?
Because
Balor?
Well,
are they turning?
The whole Balor Club thing, and B, as you said, like The Revival haven't really done much, have they?
Yeah, that's true. But that's why they need to win.
True.
It's in the pre-show of the Royal Rumble.
I honestly don't care, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. The Revival are criminally undervalued, just like Gallows and Anderson in the main roster.
Yeah.
I mean, Christ. Look at some tag teams they got up there, like New Day.
That's the match stipulation. Who's more underrated?
I don't even know who wins that, man. They're both so good. And then you got people like the New Day out there winning stuff.
Yeah.
Right,
they're also all 3 in the Royal Rumble. But we'll get to that later.
It's disgusting. All right. I got the Revival. You got Gallows Anderson?
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Kalisto, Lindsay Dorado, and Grand Metalik versus TJP, Gentleman Jack Gallagher / Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. So, what team do you have winning?
I just put down masks.
Masks? Really?
They're all 3 masked wrestlers.
Put down Hispanics. I mean, I kind of want Rey Mysterio back, but if that's going to happen, it's going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, he's not coming back in the pre-show.
No, just to join,
Team
Team Lucha. Interestingly enough, I also picked the other team again. I picked the team of Gentleman Jack G and Drew Gulak and TJ Perkins.
I feel like this can go either way.
Yeah, it's not really a predictable pre-show at all because we also don't know the order.
Exactly, because there needs to be one face one presumably at the end.
Yeah.
And maybe one in the beginning.
Yeah. So,
but yeah.
Whatever. I'm probably not going to open with Rude, even though they might. But I can imagine they're going to open up with the flips, man.
Yeah, they could also open up with Rude, and then there's like all kinds of people showing up, and then they have, at the end of the pre-show, have a match for number one contendership as opposed to actually doing the open challenge.
Oh, you think that's happening? You think Rude's going to walk out there in his robe and be like, okay, and everyone comes out?
Happened before, but usually it happens on like SmackDown or Raw, with that kind of stuff.
I don't think that's how they do it because then the pre-show is too short for to build a storyline. But let's get in the main show, man.
I mean, the pre-show is like 2 hours.
The pre-show, yeah, it is 2 hours. It's a big 4 pay-per-view. But we got 3 matches in there. So I don't think it's happening, but whatever. A lot of these segments is going to be the general managers and commissioners backstage being like, our guys are better than your guys.
Yeah.
And one of our guys is going to win the Rumble, yada, yada, yada. So let's get into the main show. So we got 2 tag matches for the ball.
Yes.
First one,
the Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
I can see this being the match of the night.
Yes.
Because...
well, I mean, to be fair, the Rumble match is great.
Yeah, but the Usos are fantastic.
This could easily be the match of the night besides the Rumble.
This is gonna be high action. I know it. Alright, so who do you got winning?
I've got Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin winning.
Okay, that's what my head told me to pick. But I went with my heart because, again, we're not counting stuff anymore. I picked the Usos. Because I love the Usos, man. They're so good.
I feel like the stipulation also works for Gable and Benjamin.
They work for everyone.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like the whole like American Alpha thing. They that's the kind of stuff what they do. It's like, the long match. I feel like it works for them, but at the same time, I could see the Usos pull the thing where like they kick them in the nuts or something.
Yeah.
Get the DQ for the first fall. But then also like instantly pin them for the second fall, and then are ahead in momentum.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So that's,
I guess.
Man, I love the Usos so much. They're like my favorite tag team, man. Like hands down, they're my favorite tag team in WWE. Usos. I got them winning. I hope they win. The other tag team, this is Raw now. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, who had a bit of a
talking about American Alpha.
Who had a bit of a miscommunication segment on Raw. 25, by the way. Did you watch that?
No.
They had Steve Austin in there, man. He stunnered Shane McMahon, and then he stunnered Vince McMahon, and he poured beer everywhere. It was great. Anyway, they did that Undertaker there too.
Okay.
He just cut like a 2-minute promo, said something about rest in peace, and he worded it in a way where you can interpret it 2 ways. So you could interpret it in a way that he's now done, like he's done for, or as a warning, like we're going there. So he worded it pretty cleverly. The announcers were like, "Oh, was that a warning?" Like building it up. So I'm hoping he's gonna be back, and he probably is because he's still listed on the roster.
True.
But anyway, Rollins and Jason versus Cesaro and Sheamus, or Sheamus and Cesaro. Either way, who do you got?
Sheamus and Cesaro.
Okay.
Because I don't see Seth Rollins, Jason Jordan carrying that belt for that long.
No.
If it was actually Rollins and Ambrose, I could see them win.
Yeah. But Ambrose is out for a while.
Exactly. And I don't see Jason Jordan as a stand-in retaining the title for that long.
No. So I'm also picking Sheamus and Cesaro specifically because they planted that seed on Raw where I believe it was Rollins who accidentally hit Jason Jordan or something when they were fighting the Mr. Raj of all people, I believe, or the other way around. But I think that's how it was. So there was kind of a discommunication, and the announcers were in the whole they better get on the same page for the Rumble match type of scenario. So as to plant the seed that they might lose. So I got Sheamus and Cesaro winning because they're a good team.
Yeah, because they are an actual tag team.
Exactly.
Like That alone is reason enough for them to win.
Even though they weren't back in the day when they were fighting to the death, and then they might have a team, and all of a sudden they're great.
Best of 7 series.
Yeah, Mick Foley.
3 wins each in one time.
All of a sudden it works, man. You never know. Okay, next one. This is gonna be interesting. We got AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship.
Okay, so this is a handicap match. Mm-hmm. And the question is, do you know how exactly, did they say how they're going to do it if who pins, like, it's like, is it whoever pins them gets the title, or is it like...
They are going, if either Owens or Zayn pin Styles, they are going to be the first 2 people to ever hold a championship together. They're going to be co-champions.
Is that actually how they...
That is actually how it's supposed to be, yeah. It's going to be funny. And actually, I'm picking Zayn and Owens because I want it so bad.
I'm picking Styles.
Alright.
Because, A, they can't pull as much shenanigans if they're both actually part of the match.
Yeah.
And B, he lost
Well, they could pull the exact same shenanigans, but legally.
And B, he already lost matches to both of them.
Yeah.
Like right before.
That's true.
Which, with 50-50 booking would only make sense for him to...
somehow retaining.
Yeah.
And then going on at Mania to face John Cena, who wins the Rumble.
It's also a face thing to do, winning against the odds.
Yes, it is. But I just picked Owens and Zayn because I want to see it. Like, I want them to come out. I want them to walk out there on the next show with the belts. Like, either both of them have a belt, or they're basically holding a belt together. And they're walking next to each other. Got like each one got like half the belt on their shoulder. That I would love to see how that works out.
I would definitely like to see that, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
And that would be a possibility to turn into a storyline where Owens turns on them again, and they go on to Mania to face each other for the belt, which could be a 5-star match. It's Owens and Zayn, man.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, I kind of want to see how that works out. And AJ could still face Nakamura if AJ retains and Nakamura wins the Rumble, but that's the another thing. So the other brand championship is Brock Lesnar.
Also 3 people, but this is actually a triple threat match.
It's a triple threat, and it's like the 3 biggest people they could find. So it's Brock, Braun, and Kane. Wow.
Whew.
Ring breaking. They're not gonna break the ring because it's not the main event, but it could be. So Brock, Braun, and Kane. Who you got winning?
Brock.
Obviously Brock. And why?
Because he's gonna face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
And then?
He's gonna lose
to
Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Probably clean.
Of course clean, man. Within like 2 minutes, man. That's exactly how it's gonna happen. But, okay, I'm not looking forward to seeing this match as much as the other one. Because I know that Owen, Zayn, and Styles are just 3 wrestlers that are all better than all 3 of these guys, right?
Yeah.
But it's still gonna be a great spectacle to watch.
They're probably also gonna hype that up like crazy, like reinforce the ring, maybe give the stats like height and weight and shit like that for everyone.
They're gonna do crazy stuff. They can do crazy stuff with 3 people, but they're not gonna do the flippy shit. And this is not a 5-star match or even a 4 or 3-star match, but it's gonna be interesting. And it's gonna be cool to watch. So yeah, Brock's winning. That's basically obvious, right? So now we got the 2 Rumble matches left. We got the Women's Rumble and we got the regular Men's Rumble. So first of all, I'm taking a sip of a beverage right now, not a sponsor. Didn't even name the brand. Who do you got winning the Women's Rumble and why?
Well, you know who's undefeated?
Yeah, I got her too.
Asuka.
Mm-hmm. So you got her winning the Rumble, is that correct?
I feel like it just makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly 2 names that could realistically win this match. There's 2 people. There is 2 people.
Is one of them James Ellsworth?
No, who could realistically win this Rumble match. The one person is Asuka, the other person is Ronda Rousey.
That would just be... I don't think wrestling fans would like that if Ronda Rousey for a first wrestling match won. I don't know. She's an outsider coming in.
Dude, you know how I would love that? Do you remember the pop that The Rock and Ronda got at WrestleMania like 3 years ago?
Yeah, but
Christ Almighty, how we would all love that.
I don't
it's
know.
Ronda Rousey, man.
I don't know if that's generally that.
That's like Conor McGregor showing up in the ring.
In the Women's Rumble.
In the Women's Rumble. Like, damn, man. Yeah, I got Asuka too. Because, I still think that Ronda Rousey will be involved in the Horsewoman versus Horsewoman at Mania.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be a title on the line, so she's not winning the Royal Rumble. Asuka, however, is winning the Royal Rumble. The Women's Royal Rumble. I think we can agree on that. That's probably the easiest pick on the card, which is weird because it's a Rumble match.
Yeah.
But it's also going to be interesting to see all the people showing up. So on Raw, they brought out like a lot of like legends, if you could call them that, from the Divas division from back in the day. They brought in like Trish Stratus and Michelle McCool and all these people, right?
Yeah.
So maybe AJ Lee showing up, but that's all stuff for the second topic. First, we need to predict the actual Men's Royal Rumble.
This match. Oh boy.
Favorite match of the year. Every year.
And now we're getting 2 Rumble matches. That alone is great.
Yeah. It's great.
But
I hope they're not making a joke out of the Women's Rumble like they did with the Money in the Bank.
that's why I said James Ellsworth, no. I actually have Shinsuke Nakamura winning.
Okay, so you believe in the Nakamura Styles thing at
Yeah, please.
That would be some way to go to make up for the Roman Lesnar fiasco, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right?
I just want to believe it. I don't even think it's gonna happen. It has to happen, man.
It's probably still one of the more likely things to happen. There's in my opinion, there's 2 ways this could go, right? So,
also, that means there are 2 Japanese people winning each Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Vince McMahon, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
That's not gonna happen.
No. Okay. here's how I can see this, right? Either Daniel Bryan wins or he doesn't, right? And fun fact, Daniel Bryan has the highest winning odds ever for a person not declared officially to enter the Rumble.
Okay.
So I put down Daniel Bryan because why not, right? I can kind of see that happening. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen right now. Because if they're gonna make him wait, they're not gonna allow him to wrestle. He's going.
He's leaving.
He's leaving. He's out here because he knows he can wrestle. So I got Daniel Bryan winning the Rumble. I got hope. I got him redeeming himself for that one time. Remember when, was it 2 years, 3 years ago? When I brought him in, everyone was going nuts, and like 10 minutes later, he was eliminated.
Yeah.
By Bray Wyatt, and then
Shattered Dreams.
Goldust enters, and it says Shattered Dreams on the Titantron right away, and Vince McMahon is just backstage rubbing his hands like, yeah, I got
and
those.
Probably some other things.
Got those bastards. So I got Daniel Bryan winning this one because I want it to happen. But I can still see Nakamura. I can see Jericho. You know, I can see Braun. I can see Corbin, whatever. I can see a lot of people
Braun
winning.
will face The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania.
Is that a thing?
That has been rumored, at least.
Well,
I think it was in the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
I can see that. And I can totally see him winning. I mean, he's going to beat The Miz.
You would think so, right?
Even though the kind of the same thing happened last year when we thinking Corbin and Ambrose. I mean, Corbin's going to beat him, right? Like, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't. But we'll talk about that when it gets there, right? Miz just became the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
So, that's what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that... I hope that Bryan wins, man. Okay, at least bring him back. At least bring him back, make him relevant. And give him a match at Mania. That's all I want. Maybe against Kurt Angle. I don't care. I can see Kurt Angle being in the Rumble. I can see them both being there. I can see all the GMs and commissioners aside from Stephanie being there. Triple H could take her place.
Yeah.
Maybe Stephanie's in the Women's Rumble.
Maybe she's in both.
Maybe she's in both Rumbles. I don't know, man. Maybe Santino Morella's in both Rumbles. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Let's not rule this stuff out. Alright, you know what? That's our predictions. In the second topic, we're going to go more in depth on the 2 Rumble matches.
Yes.
And what can happen. But first of all, we got a halftime show that concerns itself with music. So introduce me to what's going to happen, JJ.
So, I basically put up the question, which decade was the best for music?
1982 to 1992.
Okay, fair, that is a 10-year period, but
He's talking 70s, 80s, 90s.
yeah, I was kind of going, exactly, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Right now, okay, I'm going into this heavily favoring the 1830s. But it is on you to change my mind on that. So, 1830s, great time. Andrew Jackson.
Name one song that came out in the 1830s.
Andrew Jackson was president. Only good things happened. I know, no clue, man. I can probably find one, some Yankee Doodle type of stuff or something. I don't know. Anyway, so you wanna? We wrote a list, right? There's like 100 songs on there.
Yeah, there's like.
So we did like
pretty much 100.
Yeah, we did a disgusting amount of prep work for this. So we wrote down songs. Preferably songs from a playlist that we have at one point created that we listen to when we do and stuff.
Yeah, and also a lot of our like top 10 artists and a lot of that stuff.
So really, on a big amount of really good songs, like songs that are generally considered top 50 by either one of us or even both.
Yeah, there is a few others in there, but not that many.
So it's the best guard of songs that there is, basically.
Okay, first of all, we said already there's about 100 songs in there.
Yeah.
There's like less than 20 that's 1990s, 2000, and 2010s. It's like,
Yeah.
So we basically can disregard those.
So but we're still gonna go through them because quality is also a thing, right? So are we gonna start early or are we gonna start late?
Let's start in the present and go backwards.
Okay, let's start in the
I feel
present.
like that makes the most sense because we're getting a lot of the weak stuff out of the way.
So here's the 2010 songs that he wrote down. Are we gonna read them interchangeably?
Sure.
Okay, What Do You Got by Bon Jovi 2010.
No Apologies, also by Bon Jovi, also 2010.
Because We Can, also by Bon Jovi 2013.
And Bon Jovi is pretty much the reason why the 2010s are a thing.
Or at all. Because we all know that 2010s and basically our entire decade's music is garbage. Like for real trash.
Rock or Bust by AC/DC 2014.
Don't even like it that much. Play Ball, great title, not so good of a song, also by AC/DC 2014.
And I put down Last Man Standing by Hammerfall for 2016.
Because he's just a mark for that song. It's not even that good of a song. It just
I also kind of had to like put a few songs in that decade. So
yeah, exactly. To force some stuff. So that's like what, like 6 songs?
That is, I believe, 6 songs.
3 of them are actually good. All by Bon Jovi. So yeah, Bon Jovi kind of makes this decade, more or less, right?
Yes.
And as I'm looking at this, Bon Jovi also kind of made last decade, which is the 2000s. So there's California by Phantom Planet from R2.
There is the Behind Blue Eyes, the Limp Bizkit version is from 2003.
Even though the Who version is probably way older.
Yeah, I think it was 70s.
Yeah. Did you put that at all?
Yes, Behind Blue Eyes, 1971.
So the original is actually from 71. We could count either one, I don't care. There's Complicated by your boy Bon Jovi from Odd 5.
And there is Unbreakable.
Same stats.
Same album, same person, same year.
Okay, here's one that surprised me a little bit. Wire to Wire by Razorlight from Odd 8. I would expect that to be older. It's only 8 years.
That surprised me too.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones that I looked up like right before we came over. I looked up like 5 more songs.
It doesn't happen that much that a good song is younger than me. Or you, for that matter.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen a lot. So, that one, alright. Positive surprise.
And the 6th and final song for the 2000s that we wrote down was We Weren't Born to Follow by Bon Jovi once
From
again.
09.
2009.
Interesting. So, that's actually also a new song that's really, really good.
Again.
So basically, yes. Basically, everything in the 21st century, Bon Jovi makes it happen.
Yeah, like half of the songs are
like
Bon
basically
Jovi.
all the music that's consistently been good. Even not because I shouldn't say that because there's also a lot of trash from Bon Jovi these days.
I think the 2013 was probably last year they made good music or something like that.
Yeah, possibly.
I think I don't know what it was. I think
Like,
it's 2015 is when they released their new album, which had like This House is not for sale, and there was a few others on there. Those are all not good.
I also remember actually about the time when Because We Can was released and played on the radio. I do actually physically remember that period of time and liking that song and I don't remember anything good coming out of Bon Jovi since then.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bit sad. John, make better music again.
So,
you could, man. You were the little boy who could back in the day. 90s.
So for the 90s, we got 7 songs, and the newest is from 93.
Yeah, what happened in between 94 and 2000, man? Like nothing? And that was probably hands down probably the worst time for music ever. Like the late 90s was disgusting. Considering that we don't even have a song, probably really bad.
There's probably one in our playlist that we just missed, but
possible.
Whatever.
But I think
again, there's 100 songs. My playlist consists of over 700 songs. So.
I think that was the time of like early crazy hip hop and stuff when people went all kinds of nuts. So, Blaze of Glory, John Bon Jovi, 1990.
Knocking on Heaven's Door, Guns N' Roses, 1990.
Bedlam Bridge, Midnight Oil, 1990. Why are we feeling like we're reading off a script of like a ceremony or something?
November Rain, Guns N' Roses once again, 1991.
Guns N' Roses, man, good decade. Jesus He Knows Me by Genesis, also 91.
I Can't Dance. No, wait, it's I Don't Dance, I think. By Genesis, 1991.
I don't even like that song that much, but Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is probably the best song. Well, that's actually tough. We should judge the best song that we wrote down for everyone.
Okay,
from 93. Let's go to the 2010s first, right?
So, let's jump back, or I guess forward.
Yeah. So I got a way figured out how we're gonna do this, right? We're both gonna pick our favorite song and we're gonna say them at the same time, and then agree or disagree.
Okay.
So
there's 2 candidates here.
There is 1 candidate there. There's not 2 candidates there. That's not even close to being 2 candidates there. There's 1 candidate.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm counting down from 3, so it's 3, 2, 1, shoot, okay?
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, no apologies. Go fuck yourself. Was that at least the other candidate?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so because we can't over no apologies?
Maybe.
Preposterous. No. Really?
I didn't have that much time to think about it, but they're both good.
I was believing you was considering Last Man Standing, man. At least you didn't. Okay, let's look at the 2000s, man. This is already tough.
I know which one you're picking.
This is already tougher, but because there's a good bunch of Bon Jovi in there, and California is actually good.
Yeah, but
praise be. Of those that we wrote down only, right? So I'm not saying this is the best song from that decade because I don't know every single song from that decade.
Again, we wrote down like a fraction of our music list.
You got your pick?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. We were born to follow. Okay,
I knew you were gonna go.
Yeah, I know. I also knew you were going Bon Jovi, and I'm not actually gonna hate you for picking Complicated because it's a good damn song. All right. So let's look at the 90s, and this is gonna be a tough one. Like this is for real hard for me. Again, I'm gonna name them again. Blaze of Glory, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Bedlam Bridge, November Rain, Jesus He Knows Me, I Don't Dance, and Breakfast at Tiffany's. This one, man.
I think I got mine.
I'm still picking between 2 or 3, man. Can I name several names back to back? I don't think that works, right? So, okay, you know what? I'm picking it. I'm just picking it. 3, 2, 1. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah, dude, it's a damn good song. You wouldn't expect this to be such a good song.
Picking the best song of the decade is going to be tough for the 80s because there's 45 songs there.
Let me just really quickly shout out November Rain and Bedlam Bridge for existing. You're awesome. I picked Breakfast at Tiffany's. Okay, 1980s. Let's take a deep breath and reiterate that list. Okay, Fernando by ABBA, 1980.
Hell's Bells, AC/DC, 1980.
Back in Black, same stat line.
I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett, 1981.
Not even that great. Soul Survivor, 1981 by the Blue Oyster Cult. I love the way they spell oyster.
Ruby Red by Slade, 1981
Start
as well.
Me Up, Rolling Stones, Mediocre Song, 81.
In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins, 1981.
Basically same stat line. We'll Bring the House Down, Slade, 81.
Runaway, 1981, also Slade.
Bon Jovi.
Wait, Runaway. I was saying
Runaway
which isn't even on the list.
We didn't even look that up, right?
It's Runaway by Bon Jovi. My bad.
They just put the word run twice. Number of the Beast, 82. I didn't notice you put that.
Run to the Hills, also 82.
Mm-hmm. Beat It,
also,
Michael
Iron Maiden,
Jackson.
also same album, I believe.
Beat It, Michael Jackson, 82.
Billie Jean, also 1982.
Also MJ, by the way.
Yeah.
Heartlight, Kenny Loggins, 82.
C'est la vie, Slade, 82.
Fun fact, do you know the alternate name for that song?
What?
Do you know the alternate name for that song?
For C'est la vie?
Yeah.
No.
And now, The Waltz.
Okay.
That's actually how the music video starts. It's like, that was a quick step, and now, The Waltz. And then they start singing. So, you gotta love songs with French titles that are sung in English. That's one of the candidates. Jesse by Josh E. Caddison, 1983.
Moonlight Shadow by it's Michael.
Didn't expect Jesse to be that old. Had you
1983.
Had you presented me before looking at this list with Wire to Wire and Jesse, I would have put them around the same year.
Okay.
So I'm kind of surprised that there's that big of a difference in there. Moonlight Shadow, like that you put it on. My Oh My by Slade, 83.
The Walls Came Down, 83.
By The Call.
Yeah, by The Call.
Against All Odds, Don't Know the Artist, 84.
Phil Collins.
Christ.
Hammer to Fall, Queen, 1984.
All Jam Hands, Slade, also 84.
The Riddle by Nick Kershaw, 1984.
Summer 69, Bryan Adams, surprisingly not 1969, but 84.
Studio by Phil Collins,
Never heard of it in my life.
1985.
Mysterious Mr. Jones, 1985.
Slade. Centerfield by it's John Fogerty, right? Yeah. 1985.
We Built a City, 85. Man, 85 was a damn good year. I'm just noticing that. Christ. what a year that was.
Walk of Life by Dire Straits, also 85.
By writing down Danger Zone, I believe you meant Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yes.
By Kenny Loggins.
I believe the song is just called Danger Zone.
Is it?
I think
there's two ways to go about it. It's 86 anyway.
It might be the ones where it's like in parentheses Highway 2 and then
possible.
Yeah.
I got it as Highway to the Danger Zone.
Here's the important one.
Alright.
Living on a Prayer, 1986.
Yeah. Wanted Dead or Alive,
Bon
86. Also Bon Jovi.
Invisible Touch, 1986.
86.
Yeah.
Paradise City, Guns N' Roses, 87.
Sweet Child of Mine, also. Yeah, same set line.
Same set line. Johnny B, The Hooters, you did not capitalize the B, which is, in my opinion, a felony. 1987.
Like, the capitalization of this list is awful in general.
I know. It really is.
Copperhead Road, Steve Earle, 1988.
Bad Medicine, 88. Bon Jovi.
Brother, Don't You Walk Away, 1989. The Hooters.
Another Day in Paradise, Philip Jefferson Collins, 89.
We Didn't Start the Fire, Billy Joel, 1989.
Great cameos in Family Guy. Tear Down These Walls by Ron Rick, also 89. All of them is 89, but yeah, because we know we wrote them down chronologically.
Yeah. Well,
I love how we're going back by decades, but then going from the earliest to the latest.
I know.
It's weird.
Also, chronologically might not be perfect because of like the actual dates. I didn't look them up, just the years. Black Velvet by Lana Miles, 1989.
And Beat Up Guitar by the Hooters. Talking about the city of Philadelphia, by the way, they're in the Super Bowl and they're playing New England next week. 89, I said by the Hooters. All right. Okay. Best song from this one.
First of all, this just might be the best decade.
It might be. You know what? 1985 might be better than all the other decades. Like 1985,
like all the ones before, definitely. Like
look at this.
Like after chronologically, but before from the way we read it.
There's 4 songs from 1985 on this list that are legitimate candidates for a top 20 song list for me. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
it's insane, dude. 1980s, best song of the 1980s. We're just okay. Let me just quickly say this, right? We're just shouting out a song without thinking about it for years. So the one we pick now might not actually be the best one once the time comes around to evaluate top 10 songs and all that. But we're just shouting out what we're feeling right now.
Yeah,
which is pretty high praise still. So you got your song. Yeah. Christ. Okay.
It's tough though.
It's really tough.
This is probably the toughest. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, this is
70s and 60s coming up.
This is so man. Okay, let's just do it. I'm just saying something. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Mysterious Mr. Jones.
I knew you were gonna say it.
You know, I didn't know I was gonna say it. I changed my mind last second.
Really?
Yeah, I was actually gonna. You want to pick another one? We could do top 3 for this one because we got that many. Another favorite song from this decade.
tough, man.
You want to do this?
Okay,
Just do
sure.
it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Center
Living on a
field. Living on a Prayer, really? Really? It's not even a top 5 Bon Jovi song, man. What's the deal with you? Also, Runaway? Really? Runaway? You did say Runaway in the beginning, didn't you?
Yeah.
Over all that stuff? Over We Built a City?
It's tough to pick, man. They're all so good. Okay, not all, but like most of them are so good.
Not all of them. But those two were the ones that I was most heavily considering. Everything from 85 except for Studio would have been ones that I could legitimately call for. That's the ones I picked. Anyway, 1970s, man. Time to go back in time even further. 1970s, crazy decade. Iron Man, Black Sabbath, 1970.
The Boxer, Simon & Garfunkel, 1970.
Bridge Over Troubled Water, same stat line.
Have you ever seen The Rain, CCR, 1970?
Share the Land, the Guess Who. That's the band name. I'm not fooling you. 1970.
Baba O'Reilly, The Who, 1971.
You put that intentionally. Behind Blue Eyes, this time by The Who, also 71.
Moonshadow, Cat Stevens, 1971.
Rocket Man, Elton John, 72.
Goodbye to Jane, Slade, 1972.
You actually spelled that correctly, incorrectly. Mama Will Crazy Now didn't spell that correctly. 72. Also Slade.
Merry Christmas, everybody, 73. Also Slade.
Sundown by, I believe, Gordon Lightfoot?
Yes.
74.
Far, Far Away, once again, Slade, 74.
Slade was big in the 70s.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, 75.
TNT, AC/DC, 1975.
Legendary song, Bohemian Rhapsody, by the way. Rock Me by
ABBA.
You were going for ABBA. 1975.
Oh, What a Circus. It's David Essex, right?
It's sung by David Essex, written by Andrew Lloyd Webber for the opera Evita.
Written in 1976, released in 1978, I believe is what we looked up.
Something like that. I don't know when the opera aired, man. I don't know. Anyway, 70s. Great song. Carry On Wayward Son, 76.
Yes. By Kansas.
Yeah.
Highway to Hell, AC/DC, of course, 1979.
Chiquitita, ABBA, 1979.
I Don't Like Mondays, 1979.
Boomtown Rats.
Yeah.
Still like the guy. Okay. Favorite song, 70s.
Oh, God.
And again, not all of them we've written down are like, okay, there's more songs than those we've written down. But of the list we just mentioned, best song. Tough. Not as tough as the 80s, but tough. So I'm pretty sure there's very good songs from the 70s that we haven't written down. Like a lot of them that we really missed there. So you got your pick? I think you kind of misrepresented the 70s there. You could have put better stuff. In general.
I mean, you just went through, we went through a list of like 40 songs, I believe.
Yeah, maybe we didn't put that many 70s, but there's probably better 70s stuff.
And I went like from the top of my head through like all of the like top 10 artists we had and stuff.
Yeah.
Or at least the ones I had. So there was definitely a lot of stuff in there that we would consider top songs.
Right.
Again, it's about a seventh of my entire playlist, if not even a bit less.
Yeah.
I was bound to miss something.
This one is really okay. It's tough to pick. I got 2 candidates. How many do you got? We could put them. If you got two songs you can't decide, we could just do both.
Yeah, sure.
So do both.
Yeah.
Okay. Got one.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
The
I don't
Boxer.
like Mondays. The Boxer?
And I guess you can figure out which is the other one.
Maybe if you're really debating that band, but cool. Let's go do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, what a circus!
Water.
Really? You're that tough on Simon and Garfunkel? Like that high on them?
I mean, there's a lot of good songs here, but I feel like those two are the best.
Are they really?
Out of that list.
No, they're not. No, they're good. They're great. They're great songs. Not the best of that list. 1960s.
That was, I believe, 22 songs. Yes, it was 22 songs.
20 songs. So 1960s. I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. 64.
I should say there's a lot more Beatles and Stones that could have been in the 60s there.
Yeah.
I just wrote down some.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when I first made that list, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have like more than 3 or 4 songs per band. But then when we went through our playlist, some of them ended up having like 6 or 7, like CCR.
There could also be more CCR there. But yeah, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Beatles 64. Oldest song on the list.
Yes.
Maybe.
The Times That Are Changing by Bob Dylan, also 64.
Robert F. Dylan. Probably not. I don't know, Bob. Sound of Silence, Simon and Garfunkel, 64.
Satisfaction, The Rolling Stones, 1965.
Painted Black, Rolling Stones, 66.
Under My Thumb, Rolling Stones, 66.
Something Stupid, Generic Artist, 66. Is that Frank and Nancy?
They actually sang it in 67, but the
Alright.
original is from 66.
Okay.
I Am a Rock, Simon and Garfunkel, 66.
Hello Goodbye, Beatles, 67.
Ruby Tuesday, Rolling Stones, 67.
San Francisco, Scott McKenzie, 67.
America, Simon and Garfunkel, 68.
I love how we put Simon and Garfunkel in brackets because there's so many
There's so many songs called America.
Yeah. Hey Jude, Beatles, 68.
Blackbird, Beatles, 68.
Sympathy for the Devil, I believe Rolling Stones,
Yes.
68.
Proud Mary, CCR, 69.
Bad Moon Rising, same stats.
Fortunate Son, also same stats.
It Came Out of the Sky, same stats. Man, 1969 was a damn good year for the CCR, especially. Okay, this was actually tough.
Probably also a good year for Bryan Adams, but not for his music making,
Yeah.
but for his personal experiences.
God damn, man.
He sings about it, man.
I know he sings about it. Specifically the summer of that year.
Yeah.
All right. This one might even be tougher to pick than the 80s just because there's so many good songs. Dude.
And again, I could have probably doubled down on the Beatles there, probably
Yeah.
also the Stones.
So let's do 3.
Maybe even CCR. Like, there's so much stuff there.
Let's do 3.
I feel like the 60s are the most misrepresented here because
Yeah.
there's only 19 songs there.
Man,
Because
60's good.
there's not that many per band.
Yeah.
And there's probably even some bands that we missed. But
Man, the 60s were good, son. Let's do 3 or even 5. I've still got 4 songs that I want to mention. Absolutely want to mention.
let's just do all of them.
No, some of them aren't that good.
Yeah. I know.
So, do you want us to start naming a pair?
Okay. Oh, God. Oh.
Sorry for coughing, by the way. I got coughs.
Yeah, sure, let's go. For
Okay, 3, 2, 1. San
Satisfaction.
Francisco. I thought for a second you were going with that, but then I realized you're not that smart. Let's go with the next one. 3, 2, 1. Proud
I'm a Rock.
Mary. I was gonna mention I'm a Rock. No, I don't have to do it anymore. All right. 3, 2, 1. America.
God damn it.
Bum.
What?
Bum. You didn't pick that.
Dude, I wasn't prepared, man.
You should tell me. Should have just told me. Okay, I think that's the four that I really wanted to get out there. But if we're gonna do another one, I'm gonna pick another one that I
No,
want.
we don't need to, but there's so much good
Yeah,
stuff there.
San Fran, Proud Mary, Iowa Rock, America. Dude.
Like, according to this list, Quantity is easily won by the 80s.
Yeah, but again, we didn't put everything.
But I almost feel like the 60s still win it.
We should when we really have time. We need to go to every single song in the playlist.
I mean, I'm not gonna delete this list so we can have a basis, but yeah.
and work from there.
Yeah.
And see really what decade wins in quantity, quality. So let's try and rank them.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure we all know that. I don't know why the 70s look so weak in between the 60s and 80s because I kind of always believe Okay, here's how I always looked at this, right? I thought the 70s are the golden center, and the further away you get from the 70s, the worse it gets. So it's like 70s are number 1, 60s, 80s are share number 2, 50s and 90s share number 3, and everything else is just garbage.
well, except for someone drove me in there.
Yeah.
So I think we can both agree that it's
60s and 80s. On 1 and 2.
Yeah,
All from this list, yeah.
and then 70s on 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the question is just 2000s, 10s, or 90s? Because I kind of didn't like the 90s. I mean, there's good stuff in the 90s, man.
I want to say 2000s.
Of these?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to rank the last 3. Actually, I am going to rank the last 3. I'm going to say that the 2010s are still the worst. Because there's only 3 Bon Jovi songs that are actually quality songs. The other 3 I don't even like. The 2000s, I kind of like them all. The 1990s, I also like them except for I Don't Dance. But the 1990s got they got some dudes in there, man. They got Breakfast at Tiffany's, got November Rain. So I'm not gonna rank between the 90s and the 2000s, but the 2010s are the worst.
I'm gonna say the 2000s probably slightly beat them, but again, it's tough.
Over the 90s.
Over the 90s, yeah. 2010s, yeah. Question is, 80s or 60s?
Quality wise, give me the 60s.
Probably 60s.
Off this list, factoring everything, give me the 80s. Factoring in everything off just this list. This is what we're saying right now is not a complete reiteration of our final opinion on every single decade of music.
Yeah.
Quality wise, goddamn CCR is good. Like CCR is great. It's so good.
It's like if you
I'm not even the biggest fan of the Beatles and the Stones, but
if you think of like my last top 10 list, right?
Yes.
I had the Beatles and Stones at 5 and 6.
Yeah.
I had Bon Jovi for number 1, which is mostly newer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not really in consideration for the most part, except for like 2 songs I believe that were in the 80s.
You had Genesis at 2 for some reason. That was insanity.
I did have Genesis at 2, but then again, that's a lot of 90s stuff.
Yeah.
And the Phil Collins solo stuff is 80s.
Yeah.
But man.
Just because of CCR's and John Fogerty's greatness, give me the 60s.
And also CCR and the Beatles are like in quantity they're way more than we actually wrote down.
And then we shall not forget about stuff like more Bob Dylan stuff, like a Rolling Stone. We shall not forget about American Pie and all that, which is also old stuff. So quality wise of the list that we got of what I got in my head right now, give me the 60s.
It's probably 60s, yeah.
I'm going to attribute that judgment right now to the absolute essence of greatness that is the mere existence of John Fogerty himself.
I'm gonna go with 60s too, but I'm gonna say there's probably, if we go through my entire playlist, I feel like from the numbers game, it's probably still gonna be 80s.
Yeah. If you could pick one decade to keep the music from only, give me the 80s.
Probably the 80s.
Probably the 80s.
I mean, maybe it's still the 60s. I don't know.
You think so? I mean, you know how I love CCR, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, the quantity, man. To judge that, to answer that question better, we need to take every single song into account.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but we have to. So I know that John Fogerty did his best solo stuff in the 80s. But CCR in the 60s is the best thing that ever happened to music, I'm pretty sure. So, that was a topic right there. Like, that was for real. Speaking of topics, we got another one, but first of all, we got a fact of the week. So, JJ, what is your fact of the week?
I've got 2 things that I could use as a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And both are kind of a news thing, so I can't really use the other one anytime, at all, probably. So here's the thing.
Just tell them both.
Do you... Or that. I was gonna ask you if you wanted the gaming or the football one, but...
I mean, I kind of want the football one, but give me them both.
Okay, the XFL is coming back in 2020, man.
Alright, fair. I know that.
Thoughts?
Vince is crazy. I can't... It has more potential than it did last time because of the NFL's struggles with certain issues. So there's definitely more of a potential to strike the market. Vince is crazy.
Also, apparently he wants to make the games faster and wants to cut them down to 2 hours.
He can do whatever he wants. It's his league. The last time he did it, he lost like $17 million.
Yeah.
So whatever. I mean, I love football, and I might watch it if the star power is there. I can't see a lot of people wanting to. It's gonna be a worse league in the NFL because we all know that everyone who can make the NFL is gonna go to the NFL.
Exactly.
And the XFL at best is gonna start off being the CFL or the USFL back in the day. That is having all that fringe talent that didn't quite make an NFL roster. Paying them, he's probably gonna pay them professionally, right? So for football players, that's a good news. For college players, that's good news, right?
Is he gonna sign Roman Reigns?
Probably. Reigns, Brock, Goldberg, they all played NFL games. Did Roman Reigns play NFL? I think he played college.
Yeah, I think he didn't make the draft.
I mean, you can't really not make the draft.
Or
You
not
didn't
make
get
it in the
drafted.
draft. Yeah, whatever.
Drafted, yeah.
I don't know.
You can still be a free agent. I know that Brock Lesnar and Goldberg definitely both took NFL snaps. I know that. So, yeah.
It's like Rome didn't make it in football, so he became a wrestler. I think that's how the story goes.
Yeah, I think so.
That was one thing, and then
That's interesting.
might as well name the other thing. Hearthstone is making some, or you should say Blizzard is making some changes to the Hearthstone ranked mode.
Okay.
Starting with I think they said with the March season.
So what's happening?
First of all, you know how you need to reach rank 20 to get your chest and the card back? They're changing that so you have to win 5 ranked matches.
Okay. So you don't need to reach rank 20.
No. Which I guess makes it easier for players who don't reach rank 20.
That's true.
At the same time, that means you can't just, not play, drop down to 20 and still get the card back.
But it also means less.
Yeah.
Because it's easier. Yeah.
They also changed it so that every rank now has 5 stars.
Every rank.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tougher to level in the beginning.
However, when at the end of the season your ranks are not going to get converted to stars anymore, but rather you're just going to drop 4 ranks down.
Okay.
Like straight up 4 ranks.
So when I end up at 10, I'm going to start at 14.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
You're also
fair.
gonna, if you end up at 10 with 3 stars, you're also going to start at 14 with 3 stars.
Okay, I see. So I'm not gonna have to start over as much, which can be good if I'm trying to reach a legend and don't make it the first month. Say I make it to rank 5, I don't need to start from 20.
Also, if you make it to legend, you will start at rank 4 with 0 stars. Is what they said.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that's I kind of like that somehow. I'll still see how it plays out in practice, but I can see that be good. Because then you don't have to like start up and leveling into those ridiculously, low.
I feel like this is in favor of the better players because they don't drop as much. But I also feel like it makes the game harder for the early players because it just takes longer to get from rank 20 to 15 or something.
It would be good if we were part of the better players, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, because I can see that. That could be interesting. We'll see how this turns out, and we might talk about that again once it comes around and share our feelings on that. So I'm gonna need to look this up, right? So I got a fact of the week, and it's also related to football for some reason. And this is just to show, it's one case, right? To show you the ridiculousness that is professional sports sometimes, right?
Okay.
So there's a person by the name of Dwayne Bowe. Okay, he was an NFL player. He's now a rapper, I believe. But he was a wide receiver. So you know what wide receivers do? What their job is?
It sounds like they receive, which makes me think they catch balls.
Yeah, exactly. That's their sole purpose is to run down the field and catch the football and score touchdowns, right? So he was a wide receiver, and as a free agent at one point, he signed with a team. It was the Cleveland Browns. So with the Cleveland Browns. So he signed for $9 million.
Okay.
Right? $9 million guaranteed money, and he made that money. Now he played 7 games. In that 7 games combined, he caught 5 passes. Which means that it was over 2 years, but as a Cleveland Brown, this man made, on average, $1.8 million for catching one football.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Imagine you could make $1.8 million for catching a football.
You know what? I'm not into sports, but I would take that job.
About to say, right? You would probably go out there and catch one ball and be like, okay, going home. Got my money. So, Cleveland Browns, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Browns. Whatever. That's an interesting fact that I just found ridiculous, so I need to mention that.
You know what? Fun fact. You are representing. You're wearing orange.
I am wearing orange. I'm not repping the Browns at all. No, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into this? Yes, I'm getting into this. I'm wearing orange, and it's the gear of a team, an all-star team that I once played for, by the name of Green Machine. What's up with that? Why is this shirt orange? I don't know why it's orange. Our jerseys are green. Our pants were green. Everything was green, but that shirt right here is orange.
I believe you once told me that their logo is a ripoff.
Yeah, it's a total ripoff of Hawaii State. It's, you know what? Yeah, it is. It's a total ripoff. I only found that. I didn't even know that before. But that's what happens a lot. There was a high school, I believe, who basically 1-to-1 copied the Patriots logo.
Yeah.
They just mirrored it. Like, they just turned the head around.
Yeah.
And just made the tail a bit longer. And used that. Like, people use the old Bears logo. Like, the exact same copy of the old Bears logo. They just completely steal stuff from the NFL. And no one cares about it. But that's the creativity. There's a team in Europe, in Vienna. They call themselves the Vienna Vikings. And they're the exact same as the Minnesota Vikings. Like, their helmets are the same helmets. And I believe their entire uniform is. So, yeah. Apparently sports teams aren't that creative in coming up with their own stuff. That doesn't have anything to do with our facts, though. Let's get
Probably
into the
also
next...
one of the longest fact of the week segments.
Dude, that's like 5 minutes. Let's get to the next topic, which we need to touch on, which is the 2 Rumble matches.
Yeah.
Specifically. Dude, my throat hurts from talking, man. But that's how we sacrifice ourselves for these podcasts. So, I already mentioned that in the Women's Rumble, I'll see 2 people possibly winning. Do you have any other differing opinions on that?
Not really.
So you're thinking either Asuka or Ronda Rousey. Or are you even thinking Ronda Rousey at all?
I could see it. I could totally see it. But I think Asuka's gonna win.
I'm pretty sure that Asuka's winning. We know that, or we don't know it, but we can be pretty sure that Ronda Rousey is gonna appear.
Yeah.
I mean, we hope he's gonna appear. So, you want to read out the entrance that's already official for the Women's Rumble?
Yeah. So the
Off SmackDown first. So we got Naomi, we got Ruby Riott,
Natalya, Carmella, Tamina, Lana, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and Becky Lynch.
And of Raw, we got Asuka, who's probably winning, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, and Dana Brooke. I would not be opposed to Nia Jax winning the whole thing, to be honest.
Not really.
But they're probably using her to have like one of those spots where it's like, oh, it takes a million people to get her out of there. Like to do with Strowman and all that.
Yeah.
Because he's a big guy. Not even a guy. I can see Lana being kind of the laughing stock again. Like a thing that I believe they're gonna do with Kurt Hawkins in the Men's Rumble, where she's in there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Before being stomped to hell by a person.
There is one record still to beat.
Yeah.
Elimination.
Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be one set for Women's Rumble because it's the first Women's Rumble.
Yeah, of course.
So Paige was supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
But she's not because she needs to retire from wrestling because she's a horrible person and I love the fact that we're never going to see her in WWE ring again. I like it. Do you like that too? I like it. Yes,
I really don't care.
I hate her. I hate Paige. Hate her. Also hate Alberto Del Rio, by the way. Don't come back. Just stay wherever you are. Stay in Mexico. Just stay there. I don't. Is he in Mexico? I think he is, right?
I don't know.
Luciano Guerrero's still there?
Isn't he wrestling for TNA?
I don't know.
Not that anyone watches TNA.
Honest to God, I don't keep track of that. He can stay in Mexico. He can stay underground in Mexico. I don't even care. They should.
You know that Lucha Underground is in.
They should build a horizontal wall too over whatever underground he's in, so he'll never surface again.
Lucha Underground is in LA, by the way. Boyle Heights.
You know what? Mexico can have anything, anything south of San Francisco now, and that's where we start building that wall. I'm not a Trump supporter, by the way. I'm just making jokes here. I don't like Alberto Del Rio. I don't like Paige. Doesn't make me a bad person. I don't give a rip. I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that Paige is probably retired, and I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that Alberto Del Rio is mad at the company and the company is mad at him, so he's not coming back. Love it. Hate the people. So that's my little rant on that.
Also, that was 18 women that are already confirmed out of 30.
So they need to fill quite a few spots.
Yeah, but they also announced like 2/3 of the match.
Yeah. Like they did with the Men's Rumble
yeah.
too. But I think it's 17, right?
Yeah, for the Men's Rumble it's 17 that are confirmed. Although one of them I just can't see.
That's the one free agent.
Yeah.
Talking about John Cena.
Yeah.
What do you think is the chance that Cena's winning?
I definitely wouldn't say that's impossible, but I don't know.
We don't want it to happen. Just like we don't want the whole Roman Reigns thing to happen.
You know what? John Cena vs. AJ Styles wouldn't even be that bad.
If Styles wins.
Yeah.
If Styles wins. But I will still prefer Styles and Shinsuke.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I still want to see that. Okay, name some names that you wish to see. Like pure wish.
In which Rumble?
Either one.
I guess I don't really know that many female wrestlers, so that's just not really...
I mean, some of the legends probably. Like, some of them that they introduced at Raw, brought back, probably. AJ Lee is a huge name.
Yeah, definitely.
But if AJ Lee, then... Because AJ Lee means punk. And punk means me being happy. One thing... What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Jericho.
Yeah, definitely.
On the men's Rumble. Definitely wanted that. He was on Raw. How can he not be in the Rumble?
He's listed on the roster as well.
He's listed on the roster.
He's not having a match or anything. Unless he's in the open challenge.
Do you think so? When he left, he was in the US title picture.
Yeah.
With Kevin Owens. I did not even consider that. I wrote it down. Bobby Roode and Chris Jericho? But you can't sack the man to the pre-show. That's disgusting, man. Can't do that. He needs to be in the Rumble.
He could do both. He could enter the Rumble as United States champion. He could wave around the title.
Then it wouldn't be as big of a pop or surprise that, oh my god, Jericho's here.
True.
He's already appeared on the pre-show. That's a bit anticlimactic. The first thing that he did, by the way, on Raw was just putting Elias on the list. That was like the biggest pop of the year so far when he still had the list with him. He's like, you know what happens? And then everyone goes nuts and he slowly pulls the list into the frame and everyone just goes crazy. And he still had it.
Question.
Yeah.
Is Kenny Omega on the list?
I don't even know, man. He didn't say. Probably. It would be great if they had that as an Easter egg at some point. It was like, oh, I found the list in Jericho. Who's Kenny Omega? Or even have Kenny Omega is another name for the Rumble, by the way.
Yeah.
It's probably not happening because he's not realistically available. But Christ, give me Kenny Omega. That's all I want. That's
except for Punk. That's also something you want.
Okay. But Kenny Omega would be in the realm of AJ Styles 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Just focus on Roman's face and let the intro play.
Roman's face all day. Omega enters around. There is actually a video on YouTube where it's the different shots, so you can actually see Styles entering the arena.
Yeah, but the actual broadcast version just had Roman's face.
Yeah, and WWE got so much heat for it that they actually published different shots on YouTube on their own channel because that was a disgrace, man. It's AJ Styles. But I can see why they did it because they had that feud with Styles and Roman later, right?
Yeah, but I'm not even sure if they did it intentionally.
Oh, they did it intentionally. Oh, they did. You think Vince just wanted to see Roman on the big screen? It's like, oh, just put a Roman anyway. Anyway, it doesn't matter who's entering. No, I want Omega. I want Jericho. I want Punk. I'm not getting Punk. I want Punk. I want Daniel Bryan, which is possible. I want Kurt Angle, which I can very much see being possible. I mean, who else? I do also want Okada, right? And I want Rey Mysterio. I do not want Alberto Del Rio, but I also don't want people who are in there already, right? I don't want the New Day.
No.
Don't want.
Well, Kofi's alright.
Kofi's funny.
Because there is gonna be a funny spot.
When he does his things. But otherwise, I don't need those guys either. I don't like him very much. John Cena, I'm kind of on the fence about, man.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be in there.
Here's another sleeper candidate for possibly the whole thing.
Rusev.
Apollo Crews.
Maybe.
How about that idea, man? Titus Worldwide? The big baller brand? It's totally not Titus' thing.
Maybe.
I kind of, or either that or have him in the tag championship picture. Like, going to Mania. Like, why not, man? Listen, Apollo Crews still has potential. He's always had potential, and they haven't made use of him. Remember how didn't he debut around the same time that Baron Corbin did?
Yeah.
Like, and at the time, it was all like, oh yeah, Apollo has probably more potential than Baron.
Yeah.
And now look how that went. Like, Apollo is like, he's with Titus O'Neil now. He had one match for an IC championship against The Miz and got cheated out of it.
Well, to be fair, there was a time when Titus O'Neil was pretty good.
Yeah.
In the tag division, especially.
Yeah,
like,
but now it's just
him
with Darren Young.
and Darren Young, yeah.
But now it's just a Joker.
I mean, they beat the New Day, and then lost to the New Day, and then had like half a year of feud with the New Day, and never got the title back.
It's like Titus and Darren Young is the New Day, but black on black violence doesn't exist, right? It's like, dude, don't take that too literally. Apollo Crews, I would appreciate if he wins the Rumble. I honestly would. I don't think it's happening, but that would be a shocker. Now, had you asked me half a year ago, I would have told you Sami Zayn's winning. But the way it's looking right now, no. I would have thought that Sami Zayn's winning had you asked me a year and 2 months ago for that Rumble.
He would also be a candidate. He would have also been a candidate for like longest time in the Rumble at one.
He's that type of guy.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like starts at number 1, makes it to the end.
Which brings me to the name Mysterio again.
Yeah,
who
man.
I kind of want this guy back. Another one who's actually not all that unlikely to show up is Batista.
Yeah, but I honestly don't care that much about Batista as a wrestler.
Not really, right? It's the thing.
He's good as an actor, but I don't care about him as a wrestler.
I don't care about actors in general that much. But wrestlers are actors.
In a way, yeah.
Wrestlers are totally actors. They're also athletes in a way, but yeah, he's probably the most realistic legend in air quotes to return.
Yeah.
Even though
is he gonna throw Daniel Bryan out?
and then people throwing tomatoes and popcorn at him? Possible. If they're gonna put Daniel Bryan in there and eliminate him like immediately, that's just an asshole thing to do.
And then Goldust comes out with a Shadow Dream Productions thing again.
just to rub it in everyone's face a bit more. And then Roman wins the Rumble.
Oh,
imagine
God.
Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, the last 2 people in that Rumble. And it's like, the worst thing ever or the best thing ever could happen right now. And you know who's going to win that. You just know. And you know that Vince is so happy about it. And that makes you even more upset. Because Vince was a dick on Raw.
Did we ever even mention who is in the Rumble? No, besides John Cena?
I think we didn't. You want to read it out? One by one. Elias Sampson.
Finn Balor.
Randy Orton.
Oh, I thought you were going to go by brand again.
No, I just went straight down the list. You want to go by brand? Okay, Raw. Elias Sampson.
Finn Balor.
Woken Matt Hardy.
Bray Wyatt.
Apollo Crews.
Titus O'Neil.
And The Miz. Okay, SmackDown. Randy Orton.
Shinsuke Nakamura. He's winning.
Corbin. I want Baron to win. Baron Corbin.
Rusev.
Aiden English. I want Aiden English to win too.
10. Ty Dillinger.
He's entering a 10. I can call it right now. Big E. Langston.
Kofi Kingston.
Xavier Woods. And free agents. John Cena.
Yeah.
He should have let a longer break there just for comedic effect. Yeah, anyway, so
also Samoa Joe was to be in there.
Yeah.
But he had a foot injury.
Samoa Joe is also a guy who could totally play football. Like he looks like a football player to me.
He looks like a football.
He also looks like a football. But good football players look like footballs. No, that's not true. Anyway, that's I believe that's enough talking about the Rumbles, which is actually a true statement.
I like that there's Rumbles.
Yeah, right? There's 2 how are they going to announce it? They're going to be like, oh, the following event is the Royal Rumble match for women. You know?
It's going to be like, the following is and probably even like first ever or something, and then like women's Royal Rumble.
You think they got pink ropes?
Hopefully not.
Oh, I would like that. Oh, I would like that, man. Pink rope would be great.
It's not that month.
No, it's not that month. But it's women's matches, man. Do you think got pillow fights and mud pools? Like all that? Like
they're gonna do all the throwback shit?
Yeah, around the ring and all that.
Like, hey, once again, we don't see women as athletes.
Yes!
Like nightgown matches and pillow fights and yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
No!
like butterfly belts and everything. I mean, they got...
Okay, to be fair, I didn't hate the butterfly belt.
No, it wasn't. I don't know why people hate it so much. It wasn't that bad. It was, honest to God, more creative than having it be a rip-off of the man's belt with a different color scheme.
I can see the people not liking the diva term, but
Yeah.
the belt was okay.
It was honestly alright. I don't have a problem with that. What was I about to say? Yeah, when I got all the legends, like all the throwback women in there, why not do some of the throwback stuff?
Because the throwback stuff wasn't that good.
It was not that good, but they got the throwback people in there who aren't memorable at all because they were all from a shit era. That's the thing, right? There is no really good female legends in WWE. I feel like the first ever...
China.
Yeah. Kind of, sort of. Won't appear, though.
Exactly. Also, it won't be in the Hall of Fame, like, at all.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the first ever really good, great, respectable female legend is gonna be Charlotte Flair. Because I don't like Trish Stratus. I literally dislike Lita. All those folks, right? I just don't like them, man. They didn't do anything back in the day. They were a running punchline. So I feel like Charlotte is gonna be the first one to kind of really be considered in that grouping. So that's my opinion on that. You got anything else to say?
Not really.
Okay, it's been a hell of a podcast. Can't wait. Can't wait for the Rumble. Are we reviewing it is the question. Are we reviewing the thing?
I guess. Depends on when we get around to watching it.
Yeah, and depends on how freaking good it is.
Yeah.
So if it's amazing, we might just pop out a quick video. If we can't get sleep without doing it. Because you never know, man, it's a Rumble. And the crazy stuff happens. If CM Punk shows up, I'm going live then and there. On YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Like, dude.
Do you even have Facebook?
I'll make one. It doesn't matter. That's how I'm doing this.
Do you even have a Twitch?
You got one?
Yeah, I do.
I do also have a Twitch.
I have a Twitch. I don't stream, but I have a Twitch.
That's how I got a few free Hearthstone Man stuff. Oh, right.
Twitch Prime, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a thing.
And Amazon Prime links and all that stuff. Anyway. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Let us know what you are expecting and hoping for in the individual Rumble matches or for the entire card. Who's going to challenge Bobby Roode? Who's going to win the matches? It's going to be Asuka and Roman Reigns. Spoilers. And talk some Super Bowl if you want to. I'm always up for that. So, JJ.
Songs of the week.
I
was waiting for you to say JJ because I knew you were going to do it.
You didn't let me finish, man. Like, kind of says, talk some Super Bowl. So, JJ, what is your song of the week? That's what I was originally going to say. That's what I was going to... No. That was what I was going to say. Fact. What is your song of the week?
Well, so because we have a lot of the same stuff over and over, not the exact same songs, but like...
Is this going to be a song from the halftime show?
Actually, yes.
Nice. What decade?
I believe it was the 80s. Yeah, it's the 80s.
It's the 80s. Okay, that's a wide spread. Okay, so what is your song of the week?
Because of, getting a bit of variety in the genres, I went for the metal, man. The metal.
I don't like metal.
And it's Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden.
Okay, that's one of the better songs. It's one of the better metal songs. I'm not a huge metal guy. Generally not that huge on metal. You remember who's the best individual musical artist of all time?
Like the best single person?
The best single person, like the best person to ever happen to music in general.
I assume you're going to say John Fogerty?
Yes, John Fogerty. And he, at one point, composed and also sung a song by the name of The Old Man Down the Road, which is one of his better works as an individual. It's not anywhere near some of the stuff they did with CCR or Center Field, but it's a great song, or at least a good to great song, and I strongly urge you to go check it out because it's pretty good. And in the music video, they got like the longest extension cord of all time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like a 4-minute video just following an extension cord throughout like a whole area, and it's a big thing. So, The Old Man Down the Road by John Fogerty, great music. Go check it out. Let us know what you think. Now, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.